Yo, it's time to get it right. This is a show that's not about stats, not about numbers. It's about facts.
Yeah, and you already know, I'm your boy, Jonathan Juice Man Presley. Like, comment, share. This is a special episode because I'm going live and I didn't tell none of you guys. I'm sorry about that. This is kind of a spur of the moment. I'm excited. There's a lot to talk about, and I want to, maybe if y'all end up seeing this, y'all can jump in and throw a little comment. Let me know what y'all think about what I'm about to say, because I'm about to say some things that y'all might not agree with. All right, let's start with the biggest topic that's on the market right now. Zion Williamson. Should he go pro? I mean, my bad. Should he sit out? Should he sit out? Hell no, he shouldn't sit out. Why shouldn't he sit out? But why? I'm saying, he hurt himself. I mean, he can be jeopardized. He can lose a lot of money if he continues to play. I mean, you got to think about it. We understand the price tag for that North Carolina and Duke game was outrageous. And there's a whole nother subject we want to talk about. College players getting paid. We're not talking about that right now. We're literally talking about one person, one player, whether or not he should sit because he went with his feet ripped through a shoe off a plant because he's like 290. I'm sorry. Somebody told me the other day he's not 290, so he's like 270, whatever. He's a big boy. He playing it, and he broke through the shoe. Now all of a sudden he sprained his knee, and oh my God. What are we going to do now? Let me tell you like this, okay? You guys are probably too young. Some of y'all might not be. Y'all remember a guy named Kenyon Martin? He set a pick. Cincinnati, right? Ended up tearing his ACL. Setting a pick. Went first overall. Blake Griffin, that's a little bit more upscale. I mean, you guys can understand that. You're a little younger crowd. Blake Griffin, still, where you get drafted? Just let me know. I mean, Kyrie Irving, remember him? He didn't even play. He played one game at Duke, right? I believe he played a couple games at Duke and then still went number one. So what I'm trying to say to you is let the man play. He signed up for it. His teammates, you see Zion, you see the type of person he is. Stop telling this man what to do. Let him go and play. Let him enjoy college. Now, going straight to the pro from instead of going like high school to pro, that's a whole nother subject. We're not talking about that either. We're talking about should he finish out? Yes, he should. Why? Because he made a commitment that's what he's supposed to do. And it's funny when you sit here and you hear people like Jason Williams talking about he's a Duke legend. He talked about college was he had the most fun in college. That was the best times of his life, right? He didn't have a very successful NBA career, mainly because of injury, maybe. But he says the most important part to him was college. That's the best part of his life. But now he has a nerve to tell Zion Williamson to sit out, forget college. And DeMarcus Cousins, yeah, he played for Kentucky and he went pro. I mean, and he has a nerve to sit there and say, I would just sit out. Why? Let the man, why? Memories. You cannot replace memories. Remember that, okay? We're too busy chasing his money, and money's going to come and money's going to go. All right, this is some advice for you guys. Money's going to come and money's going to go. All right? Make sure you have memories that you can go back to. You only get one chance to sit there and go on that run. I'm telling you right now, if Zion Williamson does not play for Duke, they're a Sweet 16 team. If he plays for Duke, they're Final Four team. That's a big difference. And not only will you be making a commitment to your team, this is all it's about. I mean, we turn basketball into individual sport because we hype up superstars. We're going to get on that very shortly. We hype up superstars and we forget the identity of a basketball team is the team. You have your point guard. He has a job. You have your shooting guard, has a job to do. You have your small forward, who now is a stretch forward and can dribble the ball, can be point forward. We get it. All right. The game is developed. And you have your centers. I mean, they have roles to do. And it's a team. Michael Jordan didn't get nowhere without having one all-star on the team. Let's get that right. One all-star on the team finally when he made it. Okay. He didn't have three like LeBron. He had one before he could make a run. Okay. But he needed a team. He had the three-point shooters. He had Paxton. He had Kerr. I mean, we can go down the list. You go to San Antonio. Look at San Antonio. San Antonio is the definition of a team. Boston. Look at Boston. When you transfer over to Boston, look at what's Boston going through right now because an individual, and I'm a fan of Kyrie, Uncle Drew, big fan of Kyrie. But they're going through a thing right now because of an individual. When Kyrie wasn't on the court, the facts, stats, and reality shows that Boston is better. Why? Because they spread the ball around. You don't have somebody like Kyrie who needs the ball. He's ball dominant. He needs to make plays, and we understand that. We get it. We get it. But you know what? This lost last night. Now, I remember I was watching the game, and comes to a point in time in the fourth quarter like 10 minutes ago in the game. And the announcer goes, man, 19 attempts, Kyrie Irving, 12 points. I need more. I need more. I mean, you want to be the face of franchise. Like, you want to be that Steph Curry. You're supposed to be that premier point guard. I need more. I need more. In the stiffest competition, Milwaukee is the real deal, okay? And that's who you're going to be able to go through to get through the East, all right? If you want to be that point guard that you say you are, I need more from you, Kyrie. I need my team to be better with you on the court than they are with backup Terry Scary Rozier. You know what I mean? I mean, that's an issue. There's a problem right there. And we, as a society, we built up so much on individuals, on especially on a team sport. We're so much onto basketball in particular. I mean, football is all team, but basketball, it's all about the team, all about the team. It's supposed to be, but now we're showing off. It's all about the individual. Unless you go to Golden State, they show there's a reason that shows you that stars can play as a team. Same thing with OKC. I mean, it's crazy to me how we over here and we all up in arms about Zion Williamson. Like, let the kid live. He's what, 19 years old? Let him go ahead and finish out his college career. He's going pro next year. I'll tell you this, he wouldn't be number one pick. He wouldn't be the first overall pick if he didn't go to college. That's a fact. Let's get that right. All right. Tell you another thing that's right. Coming out of high school, he didn't have a great senior year. Okay. What was he in the ESPN top 100? I think he was like third ranked. Barrett, I mean, the other kid on Duke was projected to go number one. Well, RJ Barrett, right? So, like, think about that. College helped this boy get to that number one. He's gonna be the number one pick. Why? Because he went to Duke. Why? Because he showed his talent on a collegiate level. Sometimes it's helpful. If he didn't go, we were talking about the money he's gonna lose as the first pick overall. He wouldn't be the first pick overall if he didn't go to Duke. That's a fact. Book it. You don't believe me? Look it up. Look it up. Let's get it right. I'm just trying to tell you, let's get back to reality, all right? He wasn't even the best player coming out of high school. So how is he going to be number one overall pick? Now, before y'all get all crazy, you know what I mean? I do think that players should be, I think you're ready to go from high school to NBA. You should be able to go. You should never, ever hold somebody back from making a choice to make money. I do agree with that. And I'm not trying to say, I just don't like how everything, the negative light has been on college. Like, it's college's fault. It's college's fault. We're giving people education. College is giving people education. I don't know the last time you checked, but education changes the world. Live to make a difference, not to make money. If you can do both, it's even better. But remember that, all right? Live to make a difference, not just to make money, okay? And that's the key right there, all right? And you can't do that without knowledge. Knowledge is power. And I know college is corrupt system. We're not going into all that stuff. I'm in college right now, and I get it. But the identity of, like, you don't need college. I mean, look how many players actually go pro from high school that actually make a name. I mean, I've been around for a while now. Only ones I can remember is Tracy McGrady, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, Jermaine O'Neal. He went, right. Help me out here. Not that many. So when we sit there and we talk about these players going straight out of high school into the NBA, stop acting like it's going to be a whole bunch. It's going to be like 1, 2, maybe 3 tops. Most likely just one at a time. And unfortunately, I mean, that's just the reality. That's how it goes. All right. So let me go ahead and move on to another subject. I touched on Boston just a little bit, talking about stars. So let me ask you all this. You can have somebody on here, the diehard Boston fan, but I honestly think, like, I'm not too sure about Kyrie. Like, I love me some Uncle Drew. That boy can play, but he's a ball dominant point guard on a team that needs everybody to get involved. Now, I like Kyrie, but I do not like him in Boston, and I'm gonna tell you why. It just doesn't make sense. Like, you see them without Kyrie, they're 8-2. 8-2, that's a real stat, especially when you look at the playoffs. You look at them in the playoffs, then you know it's a real stat because they spread the ball around. Jason Tatum wasn't averaging 16 a game. Jaylen Brown wasn't averaging 15 a game. Like, Al Horford was doing it. That's the only person that's still doing the same thing he's doing with Kyrie that he's doing without Kyrie. That's it. Everybody else is taking a backseat to one player. And my wife just tried to call me. But anyway, so that's the only person that actually is not taking a back seat. Everybody else is. So back to the star versus the team, right? So then you have this whole thing. While we talk about Kyrie, let me just talk about this Kyrie and Kevin Durant thing. Okay, there's at the All-Star game. They talk to each other. Let me just ask you this. You know they got each other's number, right? Like, we know this. Okay, so why does the media think like these guys would sit there and talk to each other in front of everybody about let's go to New York together? Come on, man. Let's be smarter than that. If they are going to New York, they damn sure ain't going to do it and talk to each other about it in front of people, in front of everybody, in front of media. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You have to text. You have your phone. You text. You do all types of stuff. I mean, let's be real. Let's get it right. If we're going to talk about it, let's get it right. Let's get it right. And honestly, if I'm Kevin Durant, I would stay in Golden State. I mean, if you that sensitive and maybe you can go to New York and win one. They haven't won one there. That'd be great. But reality is the only way you're gonna beat LeBron, pass LeBron, and get close to Jordan by doing something that nobody has ever done. That's a 4P, and you could probably do that because you have the squad. I mean, you stay there, even if Klay Thompson was to leave. It's you, is Steph Curry, KD, Draymond. I mean, Cousins gone. I'm pretty sure Klay's staying. Klay already said he's staying. So imagine Klay, Steph, and Durant, no Draymond, and no Cousins. I mean, either way, I don't know. You tell me. Unless LeBron pulls something out of his his playoff activation mode, which we're gonna talk about that. But playoff activation mode for LeBron would be letting me get another start because I'm not making the playoffs this year unless I get the refs to help me, because the only way I get my playoff action mode going on is when I get 2 stars fouled out the game on a game that was crazy ref. I watched the whole game and I do not understand how both James Harden and Chris Paul both foul out in a tight game. That's it on the road in playoff LeBron mode. All right, come on, man. Listen, LeBron, we know you're a bad boy. We get it. But that game was BS. And we know that. I know that. You know that. And y'all ain't going to be able to do that on the road. So enjoy that little win that the refs gave you, because if that's playoff mode, then you need more, because you didn't shoot very well. I watched the game. You only started doing buckets when you started actually using your head and driving. I don't know when you started thinking like you can I don't understand when you actually thought that you're able to make these young players that you didn't sit there and I mean, you look at Brandon Ingram, right? And he's trying his butt off. I mean, props to him. He looked better and better as the season goes on. But you watch LeBron and his facial expressions during the game, like he looks so he reminds me of Aaron Rodgers. That's who he reminds me of. Like when he throws a pass to them young receivers, and he looks at him like staring, I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you? That's what LeBron does to these young players. And like you see watching the game, you see how they weren't passing to him like immediately. Like he had the only person I seen really looking for him was Rondo Kuzma. That's it. I mean, I seen the other players kind of like obligation. Does that make sense? I think that's the effect of LeBron, what LeBron brings and what type of pressure he brings and the type of attitude he brings. And I mean, everybody's watching him. So you have to be mindful of your little facial expression and your frustration and people taking it the wrong way, or that's what it really is. I mean, you're known to be a crybaby. I mean, you got the reputation. So how can we, I mean, like I said, Aaron Rodgers, you're known to be a crybaby. You're known to sit there and point the finger at everybody else. And then you'd be like, I got to get better. But I'm pointing at this dude. I got to get better. I'm pointing at this dude. But I got to get better. Like, I give you that, though. Aaron Rodgers don't do that. Like, Big Ben don't do that either. You know what I'm saying? He's in charge of 52 kids, I'm sorry. We're going to get to that in a second. But honestly, though, after watching the game last night, LeBron showed up. True. Kuzma is a beast. He's going to show up. I like that. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. Also got to peep a little bit of Sacramento and Golden State. And Sacramento is a real team. And Sacramento is the one I think is going to end up sneaking in and getting that 8th seed, because like Sacramento is a real team. And they're solid. They're young and they're hungry. And unfortunately, like, I mean, honestly, I would love to see um, Lakers make the playoffs as a 7 seed, just so I can see them and Denver go at it. If they go 8 seed, it's gonna be a sweep. The Golden State ain't gonna play with him. And I mean, that's what I would like to see. I don't think it's gonna happen, but that's what I would like to see. I think Sacramento's a real team. I think they got a young core. They're very hungry. You got Fox, you got Bagley, you got Buddy Hill. I mean, you got Boga. I can't even say his name. You got him, and I mean, they're a real team. Last night they took Golden State to the limit, and they played everybody. Like, this is the game back from the All-Star, so you know everybody's playing fresh. It's like the first game of the season. Real season starts after the All-Star break, right? So you know they're playing hard. They only lost by 2 points, so I think they're a real team. So it's gonna be tough, man. And you know the narrative is gonna be if LeBron can't take this trash ass Lakers team, which they're not very good, but I think that has a lot to do with Lonzo Ball not being there, because he actually was playing pretty good, right? When he was healthy. I mean, you think Lonzo Ball that makes you deep, but right now you're not playing very good. So I don't think he could take this team right now to the playoffs. I think last night was an aberration. That's not real. I think Houston is a real problem. Like, they have a real problem. They need to figure something out, because James Harden still taking that many shots is not healthy for that team. You got too many weapons around there. You need to spread it around. And Chris Paul needs to stop like deferring so much to just James Harden. I get it, but y'all did get Capella back last night, so that could definitely help. You got to get that rhythm back going. Y'all were playing good before he went out, and then you got Shumpert. You had a Shumpert he was out last night, but you got defensive presence. So I understand, like, maybe Houston be all right, but I project Houston be like a 5th seed. And then, it's like, you never know what's going to be playing right there. You're playing Portland. I mean, just the matchups, when you get the playoffs, it could be crazy, but you never know. That's one thing about the Western Conference. It's all up in the air. You go over to the East, right? You got Milwaukee and Toronto. Those are the two right there, okay? To me, Milwaukee is too big, I think they beat Boston in 5 if they play Boston. Right now, I think they beat Boston in 5 because they got home court, for one, okay? And 2, no one's going to stop Greek Freak. When you added Mirovic, right? You already had Middleton. You got Brockton. You got the Bulldog and Eric Bledsoe running point. You're a phenomenal team. You got Greek the Freak. Who's going to stop him in the East? Let me know. I'll tell you, the only people that have the bodies is going to be Toronto. So I look to see them two in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm going to say that right now. Let's get it right. Those are my Eastern Conference Finals. 1st seed, 2nd seed, going head-to-head in Eastern Conference Finals. I think Philly, depending on matchups, maybe can make some noise, but they're 1-7. That's a real stat against the top teams in the East, and that's real because you can go to Golden State and beat Golden State with everybody there playing hard. Impressive win. You can go to LA, beat LeBron and the crew. It's an impressive win. You can beat Denver in Denver or at home against, the Joker versus Embiid. I mean, that's a good win too. But if you can't win in the East, how you going to play them in the playoffs? I'm just saying. That's my thing about Philly. And I'm a big time Jimmy Butler fan. Jimmy Buckets. But be real, like, I don't know. Tobias Harris is balling over there. But you got to show up in the playoffs. And I know it's different when you're playing a team 4 times, 7 times. It's a whole new ball game. You get to get some rhythm, understand what they're about, and so forth. So maybe they can make some noise. But my picks as of right now, and probably going to stay that way, is going to be Toronto and Milwaukee, Eastern Conference Finals. And I think the only team that can really go head up with Golden State is actually Toronto, maybe Philly, and Boston. I honestly don't think Milwaukee matches are good with Golden State. I mean, they might, but they're so deep. I mean, Golden State, you start shooting. I don't know, because you know what? Now I think about it, Milwaukee got shooters too, but how high can they get? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot to go on. locked the first seed. So let's just keep on playing. But as of right now, I get Toronto, Milwaukee. Don't know who's coming out of that. Going against Golden State in the finals. That's my pick right now. That's my let's get it right take. Let me know what you think. We gotta go into some NFL real quick before I close out. This is gonna be a short show. I gotta go pick up my kids. So, what's up with Pittsburgh? You see this right here? All y'all little Pennsylvania people that follow me and so forth, all y'all Pittsburgh Steelers fans, y'all used to diss my team. Y'all used to talk about how we a train wreck waiting to happen. We're all in the headlines for the wrong things. We can't do this, we can't do that. And my, how the tables is turned. Ooh, I'm just saying, like, what's up with y'all boys? Now all of a sudden y'all got your GM talking about Ben Roethlisberger is the father, right? Basically, he's the father of 52 kids in the locker room. Like, really, bro? You calling grown men kids now? Okay, so we see the dysfunction. What I want to know is where the hell is Mike Tomlin? Where's he at? Why haven't we heard anything from him? Like, control your locker room, bro. Like, you used to be that. I mean, that's one of the things that people used to like talk about. Pittsburgh, blue collar, never, ever in the headlines for stuff like this. Now, every single time I turn on TV, all I hear about is something out of Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, free. I'm finally free. What is that about? Free? Finally free? Like you in prison? That's what it's like playing for Pittsburgh? You got Antonio Brown. Cannot wait to get out of there because he feels disrespected. Now, on the flip side, he only felt disrespected after his guaranteed money went out. You know, it's guaranteed money gone. I need more guaranteed money. Let me find anybody. Then he put it on social media. Anybody got guaranteed money? Let me know. I'm down. So you don't know what that's about. Maybe it's the money, or maybe it's the locker room, or maybe it's both. I'm gonna say both. All right. Yeah, I mean, you look at Ben Roethlisberger, very checkered past. Never been disciplined because of it. And yeah, I mean, you have to think you became successful after all that stuff and during all the controversy you were in and never been disciplined. You have to think that you could probably walk on water. You know, I mean, it's only logical. If I'm Big Ben, I don't want a Super Bowl, and I got accused of the stuff I got accused of, I never got punished for it, I'm gonna be walking around like I'm freaking God Almighty. I'm just saying, like, you ain't gonna discipline me. I got accused for these heinous crimes. You never said nothing. No suspension, no nothing to nothing about nothing. And I won Super Bowls, man. I'm God. I'm God in Pittsburgh. So that's what happened. Now all of a sudden you got all these kids, all these young kids. They're like, yo, who is this dude? Like, we bleed same way you bleed. We on the field the same way you're on the field. We get hit the same way you get hit. We get judged the same way you get judged. Except for we don't call you out in the damn media like you do us. That's dysfunction inside of your locker room. That's Pittsburgh. That's not these boys. That's Pittsburgh. These are actually fundamental. We got a quarterback that actually says and does all the right things. What about Big Ben? Let me know. I just want to know how you could be a team that had two all-time players at their position. One of the best players in this decade at wide receiver. 1,200 yards consistently. Led the league in touchdowns last year. While Julio Jones, one of the premier receivers, can't even get a touchdown until like week 10. This man got 15. 1,200. Juju is only a great number 2 because you got AP on the other side. Let me ask you this. What Juju going to look like when he got Jalen Ramsey in his grill? Or he got all the other number 1 corners in his grill? What Juju going to look like? We got Keith Tilly on him. Let me know. I'm just kind of curious. I seen what he looked like when AB isn't there. It's not very good. And I seen what he looked like when AB is there. So you trying to tell me y'all Pittsburgh Steelers fans, y'all happy with it? No, you're not. You just trying to say what you got to say to get through. We understand. I've been there before. It's okay. It's okay. And James Conner, if he don't learn how to pick up a block, Ben ain't gonna last that long. You can keep throwing picks in the red zone because he can't pick up the block. We've seen that consistently. He can't line up a receiver. He can't do half the stuff that Le'Veon Bell did. Now, granted, he is a productive running back, but he's not Le'Veon Bell. Let's get that right. He's not. So let's stop acting like he is. Let's stop acting like we're okay, because y'all literally went from the best team in the y'all division to maybe the worst, possibly. I mean, Y'all really in a tie with Cincinnati right now. That's where the Pittsburgh Steelers at. Tie with Cincinnati. After being up here, you got Cincinnati and I'm just saying. I would literally take Cleveland Browns, adding Kareem Hunt. I would take them over Pittsburgh, straight up. I would take that freaking Baltimore defense and Lamar Jackson, another year with Lamar Jackson learning the system with his wide receivers. I'll take them over Pittsburgh. And honestly, it's a toss-up. I mean, you got AJ Green coming back. I don't know what they're going to do at quarterback, but Dalton's not too bad. You know, they're going to dress some things. They got a higher draft pick than Pittsburgh. I'm just saying, that's a toss-up. That's how much value these two players had that y'all acting like they didn't. And I just don't get it. That's like, come on, man. Let's be real. We're going to talk about something. Let's get it right. Let's be real. Remember, like, comment, and share. And before we check out, we got to talk about the prostitution ring. Wait, Super Bowl ring to the prostitution ring. How did that happen? From the Super Bowl ring to the prostitution ring, Robert Kraft in this lovely sunshine state of Florida. I do not. This guy. He must have been down here watching the Boston Red Sox. They come down here. He's in Jupiter. It's not too far from where I'm at, you know. Hey, you never know. Hey. Maybe the old lady wasn't getting none. You gotta do sometime, but you never know. I mean, but Robert Kraft, boy. Next time, make sure you have your people, you know, set that up for you so you don't get caught. All right. They had a sting, set you up. So they got you on video. But hey, karma's crazy, right? I remember y'all had some stuff on video. Remember that? Didn't work out too good, did it? Wonder how much y'all bet your guns you're gonna be now. How much? You think Robert Goodell couldn't wait for this one? Huh? Think Roger Goodell could not wait for this one? I don't know. I cannot wait to find out. Remember, like, comment, share. Next time, live, tune in. I'm gonna have some people on here. We're gonna talk about some great stuff. I'm just not getting started. I got some great things coming. I'm gonna let y'all know. Trust me, we're doing big things over here. All right. Remember, next time. Peace and love. We out.